Let us together affirm the life purpose of the serving, saving disciple. I know the law, and towards the goal I strive. Naught shall arrest my progress on the way. Each tiny life within my form responds. My soul has sounded forth that call, and clearer day by day it sounds. The glamour holds me not. The path of light streams clear ahead. My plea goes forth to reach the hearts of men. I seek, I cry to serve your need. Give me your hand and tread the path with me.
Another stream of energy is also pushing through and producing effects upon those in the human family who not only respond to the Leo force and are consequently individuals in their own consciousness, but are responding also to the steadily expanding Christ consciousness. Of this, they are becoming increasingly aware in their own individual experience. This is the higher aspect of the energy of Pisces. It is awareness of the group, of the whole, and of the universe. It is the energy of Buddhi, the higher aspect of the lower psychic nature. It is intuitional control instead of the intellectual overlordship of Leo and the limitations of Virgo.
Recognition of the cosmic Christ, Neptune, in our system, leading to liberation, involves Pluto, healing through transmutation, Mercury, development of mind, and Jupiter, expansion into matter, second ray.
Let us consider as our theme in Pisces the quality of the heart. Sacrifice, death to, under the law of abstraction, transmutation, as taught by Master DK.
The spirit of sacrifice is ever found when the Shambhala force is rightly contacted, even in the smallest degree, and the underlying impulse behind the loving will of God is sensed and understood, accompanied as this always is with the desire to participate in that will and its spirit of divine sacrifice. Manifestation is itself the great forgiveness. The stupendous lives outside manifested existence entered into manifestation in order to give themselves for the lesser lives and forms of existence, in order that these lesser lives might be enabled to proceed onward towards a goal which is known to deity alone, and thus eventually reach high places of spiritual expression. Achievement is ever followed by sacrifice and the giving of the greater for the lesser. This is an aspect of the law of evolution. Such is the note and theme of the entire creative process, and is the basic meaning of the phrase, God is love. For love signifies giving and sacrifice, at least in this solar system.
A statement to the personality made by you, the soul, the disciple. We stand. In the center of the will of God I stand. Naught shall deflect my will from His. In unity, I implement that will by love. I turn towards the field of service. I, the triangle divine, work out that will within the square and serve humanity. Let forgiveness on the part of all be the keynote at this time. It is this thought which is embodied in the challenge of this fourth phrase of the great invocation, and means literally, may all men everywhere meet in the spirit of cooperation, respond to the keynote of the universe, and give themselves for others. In spite of a real inability to think truly, effectively, and intuitively, the mass of men in all lands are responding clearly and definitely to this note of sacrifice. Leaders of the great nations everywhere are using this note and call to sacrifice in their appeals at this time. World War II to their peoples.
The cosmic Christ emerges as the world's savior, emerging through humanity and consummated in the hierarchy.
As a group, we sacrifice and make sacred our service.
Before we sound the mantram calling forth the soul consciousness of the nations, let us briefly review those nations ruled by the hidden Savior in Pisces and the hidden Christ in Virgo. Pisces, the hidden Savior. Ireland, personality ruler Pisces. France, soul ruler Pisces. Germany, personality ruler Pisces. Poland, personality ruler Pisces. Virgo, the hidden Christ. Ireland, soul ruler Virgo. Greece, soul ruler Virgo, 6th house. Paris, France, soul ruler Virgo. Brazil, personality ruler Virgo, second ray personality. Australia, soul ruler Virgo, 6th house. New Zealand, personality ruler Virgo, 6th house. The infant Christ in Virgo comes to full flower in Pisces. O Lord of light and love, come forth and rule the world. May the Prince of Peace appear and end the warring of the nations. May the reign of light and love and justice be begun. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us.
The light of Pisces, the light of life itself. You will all awaken someday to the realization that the science of service is of greater importance than the science of meditation, because it is the effort and strenuous activity of the serving disciple which evokes the soul powers, makes meditation an essential requirement, and is the mode ahead of all others which invokes the spiritual triad. brings about the intensification of the spiritual life, forces the building of the Antakarana, and leads in a graded series of renunciations to the great renunciation, which sets the disciple free for all eternity. That is one of the reasons why, when in training, disciples are absorbed into a master's group, which is integrally a collection of individuals who are imbued with the group idea and are learning increasingly to react to it.
Service in this sense is not synonymous with volunteer work or the performance of good deeds. Rather, service is how we live out our truth that we are all part of the one life and that we greet each other with respect and compassion. Service is an evolutionary impetus of the soul. It is the outstanding characteristic of the soul, just as desire is the outstanding characteristic of the lower nature. It is simply the first real effect, evidenced upon the physical plane, of the fact that the soul is beginning to express itself in outer manifestation.
True service is a spontaneous outflow of a loving heart and an intelligent mind. It is a result of being in the right place and staying there. It is produced by the inevitable inflow of spiritual force and not by strenuous physical plane activity. It is the effect of individuals being what they truly are, a divine soul, and not by the studied effect of their words or deeds. True servers gather around them those whom it is their duty to serve and aid by the force of their life and their spiritualized personality, and not by their claims or loud speaking. In self-forgetfulness they serve. In self-abnegation they walk the earth, and they give no thought to the magnitude or the reverse of their accomplishments, and have no preconceived ideas as to their own value or usefulness. They live, serve, work, and influence, asking nothing for the separated self.
Keywords. And the word said, "Go forth into matter. I leave the Father's home, and turning back, I save." World unity, brotherhood in its true sense, the growth of telepathic interplay, the elimination of the non-essentials which serve to separate the thoughts of men and bring about separateness on the physical plane, and the laying of a true emphasis upon the fundamentals of the ageless wisdom, the manifestation of a true understanding, the bringing about of at-one-ment with the soul, the recognition of those who belong to the group of world saviors. This is the immediate work to be done, and this must engross your attention. I leave the Father's home, and turning back, I save.
This and this alone warrants the expenditure of all that any of you have to give: love and life, time and money. This and this alone justifies your existence and calls forth from all of you who respond to the vision that utter self-sacrifice, which is so rare and so far-reaching in its effects. The casting of all that one has at the feet of the Lord of Life, in order that the work of world salvage may go forward. The elimination out of one's life of all that can possibly hinder. The giving of all that one has until it hurts to give. The ruling of one's life on the basis of surrender. Asking oneself all the time, what can I relinquish in order that I may help more adequately? That and more than that lies ahead of all of you who hear the call and respond to the need and opportunity. I leave the Father's home, and turning back, I save.
We sound the mantram of the disciples' degree. May the energy of the divine self inspire us, and the light of the soul direct. May we be led from chaos to beauty, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality.
Repeat in connection with the great invocation. We know, O Lord of life and love, about the need. Touch our hearts anew with love, that we too may love and give. A recognition of this and a creative, impassioned use of the imagination may serve to add greater potency to your thought and to your personal will to good, as you use the great invocation in its subsidiary mantram. The keynote of the first aspect is sacrifice, and of the second, love. The words, therefore, that we too may love and give, produce a contact between the two.
Mögen die Kräfte des Lichtes der Menschheit Erleuchtung bringen. Möge der Geist des Friedens sich über die Erde verbreiten. Mögen die Menschen guten Willens einander überall im Geiste der Zusammenarbeit begegnen. Möge das jetzige Leitmotiv aller Menschen Vergebung sein. Mögen die Anstrengungen der großen Helfer kraftvoll gefördert werden. Lasst uns mit allen Kräften zum Gelingen beitragen.
As we pause before we sound the second stanza of the Great Invocation, remember that in this stanza, DK is giving us this potent triangle that we are invoking, the avatar of synthesis, the will to save that is here in Pisces, the spirit of peace, the love to carry forward the work that has come through the hierarchy, and the activate of all who know the truth that comes through in the triangle of synthesis into the triangle of Shambhala, hierarchy and humanity, that activate of all the initiates and disciples who know the truth. It is here. Let us sound this second stanza of the Great Invocation with those triangles
in our minds, invoking the Lords of Liberation.
Let the Lords of Liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to the sons of men. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and come in safe. Come forth, O Mighty One. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may they stand with massed intent. Let the fiat of the Lord go forth. The end of woe has come. Come forth, O Mighty One. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, O Mighty One. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, O Mighty One, and blend the three. Construct the great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end.
From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Om. 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 As a group, we sacrifice and make sacred. As a group, we sacrifice and make sacred our service.